Insurance Business TV was recently in the Gold Coast attending the 2025 NIBA convention. Whilst there, we caught up with leading insurance professionals who address some of the top challenges the industry is facing today.
Well, I think it's definitely products and technology and putting the products and technology together. I worked with Fuse Fleet in my previous role. Their product is quite innovative and they are helping fleet companies to manage their risks better through telematics. They support driver safety because through that you actually monitor the driver behavior. Once you've done that and you can actually put the data together, so they're actually working with a company called Greater Than. Greater Than is been amazing in terms of how they pull all the data together to be able to provide that to clients and also to Fuse, obviously, because ultimately what we need to do is we need to improve the risks. You need to get your drivers to obviously, drive safe and not cause accidents. Through that, they promote better rating on premium because in most, fleet portfolios, you just get one rate per vehicle, and it doesn't matter, what your history or loss ratio is. But with Fuse Fleet, they're promoting that if you have the telematics with the driver safety and the driver behavior under control, you can actually reduce your premiums. You actually pay for a better outcome if you actually, control your risk exposure and get better loss ratios. Definitely, because I used to manage fleet claims at my previous job at Solved, and the biggest issue is that fleet managers don't understand. They try to, just reduce the accidents and the incidents with their drivers, and they obviously have a duty to make sure the drivers are safe on the road. But how do you bring that back to an insurance product to be able to manage your insurance premiums and your insurance risk? So I think it's a fantastic product to be able to bring insurance plus telematics plus data, because our data is king at the moment. And I think that's the biggest issue, is how do you get that data collated to be able to understand that data better so that you can actually make an informed decision around, what does the next year look like for a fleet customer and their portfolio and their fleet vehicles. Well, I'm going to take myself back to my previous role, which was at Solved, and running a TPA. Your biggest worry is people, other than technology. But I think people and skills and having the right people to service your customers. And it's very challenging to recruit when you've got a shortage of skill. That's probably why my new venture that I'm busy with at the moment is providing that technical skills from South Africa, because they are highly skilled, to the insurance industry. It's very a tough environment to recruit. I know we struggled this whole year just to find the right people. And if you can't find the right people to service your customers, your business just suffers. It doesn't matter how much technology you have, your business will suffer if you don't have the right people that can answer the calls and the service and the phones and just service your customers. Oh wow, I think it's a question that everybody's struggling with. Everybody's trying to solve, but I think it's just the shortage. I mean, we've got an unemployment rate of like 3%, where versus South Africa there's an unemployment rate of 45%. So there are a lot of people there that are looking for jobs, and I think equally, when you look at offshoring in other countries, that is it's available. But I think it's not just finding people; it's finding the right people with the right technical skill that understand the Australian culture, native English, just being able to, just step into a role with an insurance background and also understanding compliance and regulation. Because I think that's the next big pressure that's on everybody, is the regulation. I mean, we're all looking at CPS 230 now and what we need to make sure that, we're compliant. So that brings in another layer to it. Your people not just have to be trained and skilled, but they need to also understand what they need to do in terms of the regulation. And it's going to get more tough, and that comes at a cost as well. So the more, there's regulation and compliance, it's more cost to the business because you've got to tick so many more boxes. But it's a good thing because it brings structure and it just makes sure that we're all delivering at the end of the day to the end customer, because at the end of the day we're all delivering to the end customer in the insurance industry, and we need to be fair and reasonable to those customers all round, and I think that's how we solve it. I don't think there's one answer to that, unfortunately. That's obviously another venture that I'm involved in, is the UAC Academy that we've just launched with the class of 2026. So I'm working on that committee with Jenny Bax, and she's doing an amazing job. So we've just gone sort of like live, and we've just got some new recruits coming in. So I think that would help in terms of uplifting our future leaders, all the young people that we need to get into the industry. I'm actually I'm very happy about, just last night, the opening where there was a lot of young people, and it was good to see that there's some young people, coming into the industry and coming to these actual conventions, where in the olden days, you just saw a lot of gray hair. So yeah, I think Class of 2020 is a good start for UAC with underwriting agencies. There should be more of that, more of those initiatives, just to encourage, and also encourage I think the next thing is encouraging young people to actually join the insurance industry. Because, the first conversation, so what do? I'm in insurance. And then the conversation shuts down. So we need to make insurance more, tell people you need to make it more passionate, add more emotion to it, because it is. I fell into insurance, I love insurance. So we've got to create that passion for the young people to join the industry.